Back in January, I posted a video called 5 Scary Moments from My Childhood. And looking back on it, I hate it. It's not a good video. I didn't do a good job on it. I kind of rushed it. So please ignore that video. But with that being said, here are 5 more scary moments from my childhood. I said in the first video to be prepared for some weird stuff because I was afraid of some weird stuff. Same rules apply on this video. Also, you're gonna see a lot of stuff on this list that I promise you haven't seen on any other list. Because once again, I was a weird kid. So without further ado, let's get started. Coming in at number 5, we have the song Oh Superman. I've nearly made an entire video about this song a number of times, mainly because the song still gets stuck in my head at like the weirdest moment of time and just creeps me out. I mean, I just want to know what Laurie Anderson was thinking whenever she made this song, because it is honestly so creepy. In fact, probably the creepiest song I've ever listened to. The backing track is mainly just vocals that are edited to sound different instead of instruments. I mean, this gives off a pretty eerie tone, but what's really creepy is the lyrics. The lyrics of the song tell a story about a mysterious call she receives. On the call, a voice could be heard pretending to be her mother. She then warns her about the planes. American planes. The singer's confused, obviously, and then she finally asks, "Who is this really?" This is the part that scared me the most. The person on the phone responds, "They are the hands that take."
Hi. I'm not home right now. But if you want to leave a message, just start talking at the sound of the tone.
And honestly, go listen to this song, but be fully warned, it'll creep you out. Number 4, the Little Baby's ice cream commercial. This entry is referring to a commercial for a Philadelphia ice cream company. Now, I don't live in Philadelphia. I've never even been to Philadelphia. But the reason I found this video is because it actually went viral online. The reason being, the commercial is intense. The commercials always seem to include this ice cream humanoid figure who seems to be cannibalizing himself. Meanwhile, there's this creepy voiceover that explains if you eat this ice cream, you could literally be the best. And guys, I know this sounds like a creepypasta, but I promise you this is real.
There's good reason for my glistening skin.
What were they thinking? Like, honestly. You know what? I wonder what that person looks like in the video. I mean, when they're not covered in ice cream, they seem like a normal person who wouldn't really think about covering themselves in ice cream. Let's move on. Number 3, Floops Fooglies from Spy Kids. Oh my gosh, guys, Floops Fooglies. I'm gonna say it because nobody else has said it. This is body horror. So in the original Spy Kids, the main antagonist's name is Fegan Floop, played by Alan Cumming, who was honestly perfect for the role. He's a very eccentric man who actually runs his own children's show.
Remember, whatever you do, believe in yourself. Your dreams will come true. For you, and you, and you.
The show being called Floops Fooglies, which are based off of these characters that Floop hangs out with. They're like colorful live-action cartoon characters. They got big smiles on their faces. They talk in a really high-pitched, chittery language, and they ride around on rainbows. But shortly into the movie, it's revealed that the Fooglies are actually mutated secret agents that are being held hostage there and forced to perform on his show.
Today we're very excited because today we have a new character. We found him snooping around the castle last night. I want you all to meet Donna Light.
Dad, when Flute makes a toy out of that one, I want it.
And if the idea of that isn't creepy enough for you, the audience then has to watch both the Spy Kids' dad and uncle get transformed into Fooglies. And I just don't understand how this got greenlit for a kids movie. Maybe because they were cartoonish? I don't know, but these guys are freaky. I mean, look at these guys. I do have to tip my hat, though, to the makeup crew and the special effects team behind the Fooglies, because Here's the thing, with Robert Rodriguez films, he seems to use green screen a lot, or cheap effects a lot, you know? And that's how he gets his movies done quick. But however they did the Fooglies clearly took up a lot of money and a lot of time and effort, and I would be very interested in knowing how they pulled this off. I mean, like, it's clearly like prosthetics and stuff, but like, I want to know about the design and stuff like that. Number 2, the subway scene from The Wiz. Okay, so apparently a lot of people didn't know what The Wiz was. I mean, when I was a kid, nobody really seemed to know what The Wiz was, which was honestly kind of shocking now that I think back to it. The Wiz is a 1970s Motown musical. It started off as a stage show on Broadway and then was adapted into a movie. A movie starring Diana Ross as Dorothy, Michael Jackson as the Scarecrow, Nipsey Russell as the Tin Man, I think. It's been a long time since I watched it. The soundtrack is really good, but the whole movie's vibe is just weird. Not just weird, but dark weird. I mean, for starters, the world of Oz is a giant city. The Munchkins were turned into graffiti. And you even see the Lion, Tin Man, and Scarecrow get physically tortured by the witch and her goons. But this scene is the scene that takes the cake for the creepiest scene in the whole movie. After the lion joins the team, they think that they could probably reach the Emerald City quicker by hopping on a subway. That's when a peddler arrives. I mean, his appearance is creepy enough. He's wearing dark clothes, he's got this long, creepy mask, he has a scary laugh, you know, he's creepy enough to get on this list by himself.
I ain't too happy on the ground, y'all.
But the figure shows up with this thing of puppets on him, and he obviously creeps out the team. They all look confused, they all look a little creeped out, and then the puppets start moving on their own.
How does he do that?
It's just a hoax, my friend. He's got a little motor in his pocket.
Now, not only are they moving on their own, but they're growing in size. This whole time they're growing, the man is still laughing maniacally. Ugh. The puppets then chase after the team, and then the whole subway comes to life. By that I mean there's trash cans with teeth that are eating the Scarecrow's arms. There's wires coming out of the fire alarms just to shock the Tin Man. Dorothy's about to get kidnapped by the columns that are holding the ceiling up. Nobody knows what those puppet guys are doing, they're just kind of bouncing around. Ultimately though, Lion does save the day. He gets everybody out of the subway. It's a big hero moment for Lion. But they never reference the scene again. But one thing's for certain. If the subway comes to life and tries to kill you, don't carry nothing that might be a load. I'm sorry, that was really cringy. I'm sorry. Coming in at number 1, Pencil Face. This entry is probably the most obscure item that I have on this list, considering a lot of kids didn't watch this. Or if they did, nobody seems to be talking about it. Pencil Face also wasn't advertised to kids, so that's another reason why kids probably didn't watch this. Pencil Face is a short film from the very early days of YouTube. It starts off with a little girl in a vacant, abandoned lot. Then comes face to face with a giant pencil that's smiling at her. She then learns that everything she draws with this pencil, she instantly gets magically. So she uses the pencil to get a cake, she uses it to get a kite, but then she gets tempted to get a lollipop. And after drawing it, instead of getting what she desired, she gets a black hole, and ultimately winds up getting sucked into it, and is never seen again. And then the video ends with just an image of the smiling pencil face. And no one really talks about this. No one really knows what the short's supposed to mean. There's a ton of theories about it. Many theorize it to be just about child abduction. Others think it's some sort of statement about how materialistic the generation is right now and how they probably sell their soul for stuff. And some people just think it's just a creepy video. That's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments what scared you. Make sure you like and subscribe for more content. I've been doing pretty good recently about an upload schedule. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And as always, be nice to each other.